Be sure to go to tradingcardmarket.com. The very best at sports cards, non-sports cards, trading card games, and accessories. Be sure to sign up and get $10 off any purchase over $50 or more. Trading Card Market. Great service, great prices, and great cards. TradingCardMarket.com. So, my granddaughter said that I cannot open up the new box of Godzilla cards until she's there to watch and name everything off the way my grandson did with the Pokemon cards. Which, if that video goes up first, you'll know what I'm talking about. But today we are going to go over Godzilla the Card Game, okay? I'm going to explain the rules to you real quick and tell you why you need this game, because this game is glorious. So, we're going to go down to the table, we're going to take a look, and then I'm going to come back on the other side and talk more about probably one of the best Godzilla games I've ever played. And there's been a lot of them. So let's go check this out, and I'll see you on the other side of this. All right? So I'm just going to show everything on this one map, and I'm going to go over the rules, and you're going to have a good idea how this is played. The first thing you're going to do is you get 4 different Godzillas in here, the 4 evolutions. If you ever get to the 4th evolution and you have to get another Godzilla, you'll lose the game. Okay, on the bottom here there are points. Okay, this is your point total. Okay, Godzilla is 6,000 points, and the little footprint means he can move 1. Okay, so we start off with a deck of 50 cards. These are rage cards. We'll talk more about those. And our Godzilla in step 1. We're going to take a hand of 5 cards, and depending on our opponent's level, okay, if they are level 1, we would draw 1 card. If they evolve up to level 2, we draw 2 cards. But we only draw 1. So you're going to have a handful of cards, and the next phase is you are going to play a battle card. Now, depending on what his level, if they're level 1, well, guess what? I can't play any battle cards. Okay, so it would go over to my, we would do the invade, which I can discard a card, any card, depending on what it has on the value here, 1, so I would be able to move up 1 area. The idea is to try to get all the way here onto the other side, and once I'm here, I win the game if I can get my Godzilla there. Or if I can force my opponent to evolve to the point where they have to grab another Godzilla, and there is not one that they can put on their thing. Then we are going to play any monster cards. These cards here that are going to be in our hand. If we play a monster card, we can discard it, okay, and that's going to give us a rage card. Okay, we could play as many of those as we want, but you don't want to take those off all the time because it's not going to help you out that much. Now here, these rage cards will give you 5,000 threat. Okay, so if you play a couple of them, that's going to protect you, because when people play battle cards, they're going to have different values and different types of abilities that are going to add up. And when you play a battle card, you are going to play them depending on level. So say for instance our opponent is level 2. Well, we could play a bunch of battle cards, okay, which add up to a couple thousand points. Okay, and then if we can exceed, which would be the next card here, 15,000. Okay, we would then have to force it to basically be defeated, and then what would happen is that it would have to evolve. It would go up a level and become. It's almost like it gets madder every time you hurt it. It gets madder. Now, if you ever do that in any of these first 5 areas, nothing really bad happens. So if you evolve, if your Godzilla gets defeated more or less, and has to evolve, well, you're just going to pull that card and you're going to put it on top, and now all of a sudden you've got a nasty card. You know, our next level here is 15,000 from 6,000, so they would have to try even harder to get you. Now, that's not a bad thing, but if you're ever in these upper levels and that happens, you are going to go down a level, okay? And that means that you've got to crawl your way back up. Now, after you play your monster card, you gain your rage, and then you get to do one movement, okay? Because your monster always moves one, okay? So he would move up one, okay? So you can force him to move a couple, and then at the end of the turn, he moves up. Then you draw up to 5 cards, so you have 5 cards in your hand. Then it is your opponent's turn. Okay, and your opponent's going to be doing things. There are strategy cards that you can play, and that depends on the your level. So if I'm level 4, I can play a level 4 strategy card, okay, and that would go here and it would give me a certain ability, and it lasts 1 turn. Your rage dissipates after when it comes back to your turn, and you would have to purchase more and more rage. The idea, again, like I said, is trying to creep along and trying to get enough cards to defeat the Godzillas and clear the way so you can get through. But there's a lot of different abilities and things that fall into place and stuff like that. Another thing is, which makes it very interesting, is that if you ever move up and invade an area and your card is there, well, you destroy your own card, and that goes into your discard pile, okay? So now you're taken away from your power, so you always want to strategically put your power someplace. Like, for instance, I may play this Godzilla here, and you're thinking, well, once you get up here, you're going to destroy it. Well, this also keeps his monster from coming over, because if there's a card over here, he can't come over. He's got to use cards to remove this. But I'm also trying to put as many cards out, and you can't stack and layer them to build up enough threat to out-threat his Godzilla. It is a fantastic game. It is so much fun. And like I said, that counter phase that you have where you go into that counter phase and you're trying to knock his Godzilla either back, because if he's moving too quickly and you don't have anything to protect it, you're going to want to be able to counter him. Even though he'll power up and become stronger, you'll bring him back. That may give you enough time to play strategy cards, rage cards, and other things that are going to help you get more powerful. The cards are absolutely beautiful. There are different types. You can only have a certain amount of cards. This Mothra is just filthy at 5,000, and it gives you certain abilities. You can draw an additional card, and the Batra is 6. You have to you're going to have to be at your opponent's going to have to be in zone 6 for you to be able to utilize that. There's all kinds of different cool cards, Mecha Godzilla, and the boosters having more Destroyer, which is just filthy, and you are constantly trying to counter different things. And here are some of the strategy cards that you run into, and discarding these, like discarding this one, would give you 2 movements. So your Godzilla, if I had this in my hand at the start of the game, well, I really don't need to use it. I can discard this and move him 2. You can move him along pretty quickly, but you also run the risk of getting him pounded on too. And you want to make sure that you're able to play the right strategy cards as well as battle cards to counteract their Godzilla, which this is another great set of the -1/1. So you want to get both these, and we have a booster box that my granddaughter and I are going to be opening live for you, so you can see the playability and some of the super rares that you can get that are just absolutely fantastic and make this one of the best games I've played in quite some time. Let's go up top and get my final thoughts. First of all, the cards are beautiful. I mean, taking scenes from the movie. And when I first got this, I went, okay, all I care about is getting the cards, because I'm a Godzilla fan. I want the cards. I want to have a collection of cards, even if I never play the game. I play this a lot. Okay. I even try to play this by myself. Okay. And my God, I have the best time ever. I love this game. My son tried it and he went, wow, this is particularly good. This is probably one of the best games I've played in a long time as far as a collectible card game. And I think it's underrated and it's not getting the love it deserves. Make sure that you go check out at Trading Card Market, our good friends, and go pick up this, because this is glorious. This is so much fun. I'm having a blast with it. You can get a booster box. It's all affordable. I don't think it's gotten the hype that it does. You can open up the boosters. There's different types of collectible cards in there, as well as you can get these. There's 2 different starters, Godzilla -1 and Hensei series, which is really cool, which I showed you down on the table there. Just absolutely glorious. One of my favorite games. Go check it out. Man, it's not just because I'm a Godzilla fan. It's actually a lot of fun. It really is. So go check it out down at our good friends at Trading Card Market. Get yourself some. You won't be disappointed. And I think you'll really enjoy it. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon, everybody.